Hey world! Welcome back to Dragon Fairy History. I'm your host Elijah, and this is my co-host.
Mary.
And today we are going over part two of harems in Asia, and specifically the Ottoman Empire at this time. Uh, if you didn't watch our last video, we previously talked about harems and concubines in China and Japan. And so now we're moving across to the Middle East. And yeah. But before we get into that, fun facts, Mary, what is your fun fact today?
Um, my fun fact is that this past weekend I went to a fall festival.
Yay! That sounds really fun. Was it fun? Did you enjoy?
Like, it was really fun, yeah.
I'm glad. Well, my fun fact is I got a job. I got a job, and it's a job I like. Well, I think I would like. A job I wanted, right? Job I really wanted. It's good for where I want to go with my career, so or what little career I'm gonna have. So, yeah,
I
great.
think it's a great step for you. Yeah.
Thank you. I'm very excited. Very nervous. It really does feel like a grown-up job. Like, wow, I'm in the workforce now. Like, this is a job. This isn't just like, I don't know, like a barista kind of job.
Like a real job.
Like a real job.
Yeah.
Uh, but it's good for me, and I'm excited.
So
So, with that out of the way, we can get into the topic today. So, if you remember last episode, we were talking about how harems was, you know, um, a bunch of women in a palace, um, there that are there in the palace for the man, the big man. The big man, the man who controls all. You know, some, most, many were for um, reproduction, sexual services. Um, but many were also had jobs for in the palace, cleaning, taking care of the children, making clothes, everyone had to like do their bit to keep the harem running, you know. And it was big hierarchy. You can move up the ranks if the emperor liked you enough. So, just refreshing your memory in case you forgot.
It's a good refresher.
Yeah, thank you. Um, Now, harems in the Ottoman Empire were pretty similar, with a few differences. Um, you know how, in China, the emperor went around China to like just, pick up women.
Yeah.
Um, in the Middle East, uh, the women, the concubines in harems were actually enslaved women. Um, I guess just from, their conquests, they kill off the men, enslave the women, bring them back. But slavery was forbidden only to Muslims. So all the women that were enslaved were like captured from Christian areas like Eastern Europe, Greece, and North Africa. So none of the concubines were Muslim or part of the area. So that's like the biggest difference right there.
Yeah.
And other than their freedom, the concubines did live in luxury. They lived in the palace. They had staff. They were attended to. They could do whatever. They had just all this free time. They could just have the community with each other. Um, and yeah, they just it was either that, especially for women back then, it's like you're most likely to just like live on the streets or like, it's like women didn't really have a lot of opportunity to live in luxury unless you were just a noble woman.
Had a man
But
to provide.
yeah, so this was like, this very romanticized a lot, I think. But don't forget that they did not have their own freedom and could not leave the the castle. But rather than the Sultan choosing but rather than the Sultan choosing who he would be in bed with that night, like it was in Eastern Asia. Uh, his mother chose who he would mate with, which
I read about that too.
I think is a little strange.
Well, just a little bit.
It's like imagining my mom just like, here, this person, this is who you'll want to sleep with this person, trust
That's
me.
an immediate like no, I feel like I feel like
Like, how does your mom know what what you're gonna like?
I guess you gotta tell her.
Ugh,
That's like
that's an uncomfortable conversation.
yeah.
But it's like a lot of cultures definitely mothers definitely have a say in who like their like son or daughter like marries
With
and
arranged marriage.
stuff, but specifically like specifically for reproduction is like
A bit weird.
I don't know. It's just, I don't know. I mean, the whole situation is not ideal. Like just objectifying these women as like, oh, these are just pawns for, making children, and this person has the best body, the best beauty. Um, but it wasn't just like the beauty. The woman chosen to procreate with the Sultan also had to be intelligent and healthy. They valued intelligent concubines because um, they would be the ones to advise the future heirs. So they wanted a smart woman, capable of doing that. Um, so I guess the process is kind of interesting of like, is of how the Sultan and the concubine get together. Um, so the mother would choose a group of worthy women, and then the women bathed in a bath, and they would like uh do a process to become hairless. They would like burn the hair off their bodies and like scrape it off. So they were completely hairless, except for, I guess, the head of the hair. The head of the hair. The head. I don't know what I'm saying. Words. Um, but yeah, and then the woman would the no, the Sultan would then look at the woman, and then he would like choose you. And then the chosen woman would get dressed all nice and pretty and go sleep with him. And a nice little touch to this is musicians would play music outside the bedroom during this event.
Oh my God, just having somebody sitting outside the room knowing what's happening is kind of crazy.
And I bet they could hear it too. Imagine being a musician, you're just playing whatever, and you just hear
Yeah.
you hear everything. That'd be funny.
A bit weird because I don't know how often they do it, like every night.
Yeah, I wasn't sure either. I don't think it was every night.
That'd
Um
be the
I
entire
couldn't really figure out how often it was. If anyone knows, you know, that would be great. Send a comment below if you know. Um, but yeah, that'd be crazy if it was every night.
that would be kind of crazy.
Um, but yeah, do you have any questions or any other comments about the information so far?
I have a few fun facts to share based on what we've talked about so far.
Okay.
I remember you mentioned that they value like intelligent women because they're going to be the ones kind of like running the place in the future. And so they actually did have education centers in the harems, and
Mm,
they educated the girls in languages, religion, music, literature, and etiquette.
oh, yeah.
Yeah,
See, the life of luxury. You don't need freedom.
you get women
You
actually get an education.
don't need bodily autonomy.
Bodily autonomy when you have education.
Yeah. Yeah. God, like women in the Middle East today don't get education. Yeah. Yeah, that's that's a good fun fact because didn't I didn't know that.
I succeeded in my fun fact.
Yes, you succeeded in the fun facts. Um,
Additionally, did you know that the word harem is actually in Arabic, it means forbidden or sacred.
oh, I knew it was an Arabic word. I just didn't Google what it meant. Wow. Sacred or forbidden?
Yeah,
That makes sense.
it
Yeah.
does.
Very closed off. No one could leave or come in.
And I guess it was kind of like a sacred thing as well.
Oh yeah, those women, you gotta keep those are special women.
Special women.
Gotta keep them healthy and safe. Well, anyways, continuing on, the harem reached its height under the reign of Sultan Murad the Third, specifically the third, with 600 concubines. A lot, a
Yeah,
lot of concubines. How big does a palace have to be? Like,
that many. Yeah,
that's like that's just a town.
it is a little town. That was one of my fun facts is that there's like hundreds of women in these places. It's crazy.
But like I said, for not all were sleeping with the Sultan. Only the most beautiful slept with the Sultan, and the rest had administrative roles to keep the harem functioning. For example, they were titled like the mistress of whatever, and and that'd be their role. They'd be in charge of the whole thing, like the mistress of dressmaking, the mistress of coffee making, the mistress of laundry, etc. And each person had their own staff. So that's why there's like so many, because it's like there's layers, like onions. Outsiders weren't allowed in the cage of the harem, except for midwives to advise concubine women on health. Well, the last thing I want to talk about um was we talked about it in the last episode, eunuchs, how, similar to the harems in China and Japan, Ottoman harems had eunuchs guarding the concubines. Um, but the eunuchs here are a bit different, um, because, well, see, because you'd think, to prevent the eunuchs and the concubines from producing a child, you'd shave off all their bits, just cut everything off, right?
Yeah.
They only did that to some of the eunuchs, and some eunuchs only had their balls twisted and crushed.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
They do
Um,
that willingly?
what was that?
They do that willingly? Because that's like that gone forever. Like you're never having kids.
Well, apparently, even with your balls twisted and crushed, it is possible to regain sexual function over time. So, there were incidents where eunuchs did have kids with the concubines, and this was causing problems with heirs and bloodline and like legitimate children and stuff. So, what they did was they had um they had dark-skinned men from North Africa um to become eunuchs. That way, if a concubine had a kid, it'd be pretty obvious where it came from. You know? So, yeah, that was their strategy, which is clever. That is smart. That is smart.
They didn't have 23 and Me back then, so that is the easiest way to tell.
Yeah, definitely. Um, so yeah, that's basically all I had on concubines in the Ottoman Empire. Um, that's how it was. Any questions or thoughts on that?
And I thought that was really interesting. That was like eunuchs were part of my fun facts, but I didn't know quite as much as what you said.
What did you know?
Well, I just knew that they were guarded by black eunuchs from North Africa,
Mhm.
but I didn't know why that was the case.
Oh,
I know the history behind that.
yeah. Do you have any other fun facts?
Um, well, I do have that if a concubine ends up giving birth to a son, then she's no longer a part of his concubine. She becomes a like mother of a prince, what it's called, and she gets a higher status.
Ooh,
And yeah, she gets
nice.
gets to move
Nice. I feel so bad for like being like a a girl in that in a harem because you're
on.
just like completely unwanted.
You're just like a body. That's all you are to them.
Yeah.
It's like a vessel to be used. Really
Yeah.
sad.
Yeah, it is sad.
Yeah.
But that's just history. That's just how it was.
That's history for everybody that's not a white man.
Yeah.
A cis
Yeah.
straight
That was awesome. I'm glad we talked about it. This was a very interesting topic. I don't even know how I got into this. I think I just came across a random video on YouTube about this and then I just went into a rabbit hole. Yeah.
It's really interesting because now I got to learn about it too.
Yeah. And now
Everybody does.
The viewers get to learn about it. Now we all know about it. Next episode will be our Halloween special. Did you tell me what you're gonna be for Halloween? Or were you undecided?
I'm undecided, but I was talking with some friends and we might do like a group costume, but we have not discussed what this would be yet.
Oh, that's crazy. God, I don't think I've ever had enough friends to do a group costume. Damn. Oh, I actually saw a not TikTok. It's like a YouTube short of like best group costumes, and there was this group that were all the Teletubbies.
It's really funny.
Yeah, yeah. And there was another group that uh they were all wearing like that green bodysuit. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I do. Yeah.
They were just all wearing that, and it just looked really funny.
I had a year where me and one of my friends both dressed up as Dora the Explorer.
Oh, wow.
We both.
Double Doras. Yeah. Well, I'm going to be because I was like, remember how I was a little conflicted on whether I want to be Clementine from The Walking Dead or V for Vendetta?
Yeah, I remember that.
I've I decided V for Vendetta.
Oh.
Yeah, you were like encouraging me. I just wasn't sure because of like how much the costume is gonna cost, but I worked it out in my head. Because, like I'm gonna get my parents to get me some parts. Like I can get the mask. The mask is cheap. Mask is easy. I get the mask, and my brother is actually lending me the a black shirt for it. Lend me a black shirt, so all I need to get is just the mask and the cape, and and remember that hat we found at
Yeah,
Halloween?
Halloween, yeah.
Yeah, I think that hat will work. So, my parents can get the hat and the cape and then I can just get the mask. And there you go. We all came together to create the costume.
Yay, I'm so excited for you.
And I already have black pants and black shoes. And I also have black gloves. So I have everything I need now. It's all good.
It's exciting.
So I'm excited. Oh, if only I could talk like him. He's a very Shakespearean kind of dude.
Mm. I've never heard him speak.
Mary, you gotta read the book because I was about to suggest you watch the movie, but the book is so much better.
The book's always better.
But
These
the movie is good though. Like you should watch the movie. You know what you should do? Because I read the book and then watched the movie and I was disappointed by the movie. What you should do is you should watch the movie, have a great time, and then read the book and have an even better time.
You're
That's
so
what you should
correct.
do.
What is your opinion on what is the best Shrek movie? This is a very important question.
Okay, see, thing is, I can't, I'm kind of biased and I can't really answer this question well because I've I've seen the first Shrek movie so many times and more recently, I've only seen like Shrek 2 and like 3 back when I was little. Like I haven't seen, I don't even remember, like I remember 2 very clearly.
Yeah.
So I definitely know 2 was good, but I can't remember, like I can't really remember enough to know if it was better than 1.
Mm,
So I'd have to watch 2. I have to watch 1 and 2 back to back for me to truly know. I have to experience it again.
mm.
Then I'll know.
I know a lot of people have a lot of very strong opinions on Shrek 2 being like the best. Shrek
mean, I
movie.
remember it. Like, I remember I can like play the whole movie. Like, I remember it very clearly, but I can't like remember the experience. Like, I know the plot. I know what happens, but I
Yeah.
don't remember the jokes. I don't remember like I just don't remember the comedy, or the lines. I just know like the iconic like when they're all saying each other's name at the dinner table, like Fiona, Shrek,
Yeah, yeah.
Donkey. I just remember the donkey part because I that was my favorite part of the movie.
Yeah.
Donkey.
Donkey.
Like that's the most donkey thing.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. But yeah, I'll get back to you on that. When I watch those movies, I don't know when. Um,
Yeah,
I don't think I can watch those alone. That's the thing. I have to watch it with someone. Like that's too fun of a movie to watch alone.
I completely agree. Shrek is to watch with people.
Like that's a party movie. You need to like have the booze going and like the music going. You need like a huge sofa with many chairs. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and on Spotify.
Um, Comment below anything that you'd like to see next and like this video if you enjoyed it. Bye.
Bye.